Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Mini True Nerd, and welcome back to Fallout 4 Survival Mode here in the Nakano residence, just about to begin Far Harbor proper. And as you may have guessed from the shadow you just saw over there, yeah, I nipped home briefly between episodes just to do a bit of changing out based on recommendations in the comments that I did decide I agreed with. In particular, I got rid of the explosive 50 caliber and brought the crippling Gauss rifle along. I definitely agree. Just looking at the explosive damage, it just cannot come even close to meeting the amount of bonus damage I get off this thing. This thing is just vastly superior. Also, people told me, yes indeed, I missed a tape there. Kasumi's holotape to Grandad. Let's play that, why don't we?
Granddad, I know you can't hear this, but I can't think of a better way to say goodbye. You taught me so much, and I won't forget any of it. I'm sorry that we'll never be able to fix up the old clunker we've got sitting in the boathouse. Wherever you are, I hope you're at peace.
Oh, that's kind of sweet, and obviously makes a little bit more sense when we go and investigate the boathouse later. There'll be significant clues out there that for Kasumi and her grandfather, yeah, the boathouse was a significant place for the two of them. And over in the kitchen, another tape I may have missed last time, Kasumi's projects. Kitchen.
Project log, kitchen mixer. The circuits are still good, but all the mechanical parts are rusted through. Maybe I can...
All right, everyone. I'll be back in a few days. Was there anything else we needed from the city?
Wait, you're going now? No! Wait, Dad, I could come with you.
It is better if I go alone, Kasumi. Do not worry. I have your list.
You don't know what half that list is, Dad. I can help you. Really, I'll be...
I said no. I'm sorry. You're safe here, okay? Just stay put for me.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I definitely missed half these tapes last time I was passing through, and they really do paint a picture of Kasumi as someone who's vastly more likely to have just chosen to leave on her own.
Project log, lamp. Yep, it's a lamp. Filament plus power equals light. I swear, sometimes I think my parents break these things just to keep me busy.
The lamp holotape, however, not quite such an epic, intriguing tale, it must be said.
Project log, dreams. Recording what I can remember when I wake up. I keep having the same one. I'm in a white room. People are talking about me like I'm not there, or maybe they just don't care. And then there's this, I don't know, jolt, like a spark of electricity to the back of my head, and then everyone turns to look at me. God, I hope I don't have it again tonight.
So the dream that made her think she might theoretically be a synth?
Project log, radio. Correction, working radio. I'll finally get some news outside this house. My handle is going to be... let's go with... Ohm's Law. That should confuse the creeps. And if someone actually gets the reference, then we'll at least have circuitry in common.
So that's more or less everything in her room. Let's head back out to the lovely boat shed we know was so significant to her. And of course we know if we examine the picture frame, you find a key hidden within the frame. Lovely.
Good work. Just gotta find whatever it unlocks.
Well, to be honest, there's a safe over here. I'm going to put money it's that. And that gets us information about Kasumi, but vastly more importantly, military-grade duct tape, yes.
Project log? Myself. I never really thought about who or what I am, but... God. Where do I start? The radio. I was right about the range. I managed to get a signal, a strong signal, from up north. There's a group of people up there. They say they're all synths. Synthetic people. Made by the Institute. They're trying to build a place for their kind. Where they can be themselves and be accepted for what they are alongside human beings. It sounds wonderful, but then they started asking about me, and some questions came up. Questions I don't have answers to. I mean, I've always felt off. Like I'm not really supposed to be here, but then there are things in my childhood I can't remember, and I've been having strange dreams. I'm going to go to meet these synths. I have to know the truth about myself. They've told me to sail up north to a town called Far Harbor. I can make my way to them from there.
So the daughter takes off by boat. But more importantly, there's a colony of synths up near this Far Harbor. We need a way to get there. Let's go talk to Kenji. He knows the waters better than anyone.
Although you would say more importantly there's a colony of synths, like you learning about a colony of synths is more important than the whole case we're taking on here, Nick. I'd say the girl is more important given that's the case we've taken on. Admittedly, we haven't even discussed payment yet. We really should have discussed that, you know. So, back to Kenji and let's see if we can get his boat off him. I'm sure we can.
You finished your investigation? Did you find anything?
Yes, indeed. A group of synths and Far Harbor. Let's start off with the most terrifying bit, the synths bit.
Your daughter made contact with a group of synths. She thinks she's one of them.
What? That's crazy.
She's not a synth. She's our daughter. We raised her. I gave birth to her. She's flesh and blood, not a synthetic.
Synths are still people. Let's be nice, given Nick's in the flipping room. I bet he's gonna like this option. He better.
It doesn't matter if your daughter is a synth, Mrs. Nakano. She's still a person who needs help.
But my daughter isn't a synth.
This is what I was afraid of.
Nice, Valentine did like that.
I think I know where Kasumi went. A place called Far Harbor.
She went that far up north? God, that explains why she took the boat. You have to go after her. Please, take my other ship on the dock outside. My father's design. It has a guidance system, and it is built for distance. I know you haven't asked for a payment, and we can't offer much. But here, please take it. I insist. For expenses, if nothing else.
I know it'll be hard waiting for word, but try to carry on like normal. We'll be back as soon as we can.
Fine, Kasumi. Please.
And of course we got there a bunch of options of people we could theoretically talk to about this little synth refuge. The Railroad, the Institute, and the Brotherhood. And, well, we are doing a Brotherhood run. We might go and speak to the Brotherhood, but not just yet. Of course, I suspect the Brotherhood, when they learn about a whole society of synths, might get a little bit gill crazy, and that might upset some of the, you know, plot lines and quests and whatever. Let's just head over there, get the lay of the land, and figure out when, or indeed if, I want the Brotherhood to get involved. And make sure we don't accidentally do a vent, because there is a cat right there, and another cat, and we don't want to kill their cats. That would go very, very badly wrong. Now, Nick, do you feel like coming to the... Okay, fine, you just go around that way, whatever. No, I don't think Nick can actually find his way onto the boat. Marvellous. Anyway, boat controls here, of course, this is much less permanent than it is in plenty of DLCs in the older Fallout games, where once you're there, you basically have to finish up your business before you can come home. You can just get straight back on this boat and come back here anytime you want, so it's not to be worried about so much. Though admittedly, of course, in survival mode, it's a little bit more permanent than otherwise. You've actually got to make your way back to Far Harbor, the actual settlement itself, before you can actually use the boat. If you're over on the island, of course, I do not have access to the teleporter anymore. Everything needs to be on foot, because I was told in the comments, vertibirds do not work out there. So all those adventures I've given myself through working with the Brotherhood and the Institute, I don't have a single one of those anymore. Now, Nick, can you actually get on the boat? Can you get on the... No, he doesn't want to get on the boat. I guess we'll just have to do this without him and kind of hope he magically catches up. Activate the controls, travel to Far Harbor. And Nick, are you aboard? Nick? No, not only is he not aboard, he's sort of disappeared off the dock as well. Well, hopefully he'll be there when we get back. And here we come, the DLC which in some ways I'm kind of most worried by, just because Radaway is so horrendously ineffective and dangerous in this game. Yeah, it's the rad that's going to be the problem here. Those are going to stack up fast. So I've got a bit of a plan to take care of that. But of course, before we get to that, we've got a more immediate problem to take care of. We've got to ingratiate ourselves with the locals. And that's going to involve helping out fighting off the monsters. Here we are, being met up with by the leader. Oh, and Valentine is just magically teleported over here. Walk in the park, talk to the welcome party that really deserves to be in inverted commas. Hello there.
Are you lost? This is Far Harbor. We don't get many visitors around here.
We don't need no freeloaders or more help, mainlander. So you can get back in your boat and leave.
Alan, this isn't your dock. It belongs to the whole town. And that means strangers are welcome. Sorry, you've caught us during a difficult time. But Alan's got a point. Not all visitors have good intentions. So, what's your business here?
Oh, it's entirely lovely and wonderful. I'm just looking for Kasumi.
A young woman from the Commonwealth named Kasumi may have passed through here. Her family hired me to find her.
Some sort of detective, huh? Well, she came through here all right.
At least we know she made it this far.
Damn it. Mariners incoming.
Something's coming through the fog!
You, help us defend the town, and I'll answer any questions you have. Take a post at the top of the wall, near the main gate. The hall never lets us down. Now follow me!
Well, that seems fair enough. Let's go over to... what do we want here? Let's start off with my most powerful gun, just to be sure. This is slightly overkill, but I want to make sure just how tough the creatures that are coming out of the fog are going to be. So if I'm over here... yeah, we should have a good view about this over here now. Yeah, I see ya. And obviously we can take... ooh, hello there. I hope that wasn't my sneak attack that just did that little flipping damage. Now, what have we got down here? And... okay, good. We're finishing them off quite nicely. This is a bit too slow, to be honest. I should probably just go for something a bit faster. Yeah, slightly excited can do the job for now, at least. What do we have around here? Oh, a rad roach. Oh, no. Whatever shall we do to a rad roach? Ooh, legendary Mylurk hunters. Those are quite good. Oh, yes, you just tanked for me. Why don't you? That'll work. Right, take some shots at the torso. Got some good shots down there. Get some criticals up. You are legendary, so let's make sure you go down in a hurry. One critical in the face. Now we've moved round slightly and just keep shooting that. We'll finish you off with the legendaries down. Oh, hello. Why did you just not get hit for a second there? Right, legendary goes down. Someone else threw a Molotov over there. Lots of Molotovs going on. Got more gulpers over that way. These guys, how tough are you? Not that tough, but fairly resistant, to be honest. Yeah, tougher than I'd ideally like. Do not throw too much around here. You're dead. And we got more yet, apparently. And we've got... ooh, okay, this sounds like a good time for some throwables. And one nice Molotov. And another one. Oh, yeah, those things do the job. Explosives just clear out even tough enemies so well. One more frag grenade just in case. There's one more over there. And yeah, okay, the throwables are doing good jobs. Take you guys out. Where are you? I should ideally... ah, you're a legendary as well. This is all fine. That means I can grind up against you. What do I have a good shot? Is that your... oh, I've got a really good shot against your belly, which if anything like a death claw is a nice, easy, soft point. Oh, yeah, you're going down nice and easy. Go for a critical. And, ooh, something nailed him. Probably a throwable. That should be your lot.
Clear. All right.
We're clear? Alright, good. In that case, I will nip down and hopefully that legendary hunter didn't despawn. Oh, I think he might have done. And I think I may have found the most ironically titled character in the entire game here. Good old Survivor. Oh, I'm sorry, Survivor. You did not live up to your name. Right, now, gulper innards, can they be cooked straight up? Because if they can just be cooked, this works for me. Great. The legendary Mylurk hunter did survive, and it gives me the frigid rolling pin. The greatest of all weapons. 20% chance to freeze enemy when you block their attack with a rolling pin. Oh, that's just marvellous. Now, will you the legendary Exterminator's lever action? That could theoretically be a little bit useful. If I was going up against, say, a Mylurk Queen. Maybe, anyway. And we've also got some angler meat here as well. Perfect. I'm sure we can cook that nicely. I just got ill from eating some gulper innards. Yeah, probably should have cooked those first. Never mind. Now, remind me, do you guys actually have a fresh source of water? Because I believe you don't. You actually sent me on a quest to go and sort out your water pump. Which makes me think, sadly, you don't have your own little water pump here. Which is a shame, because that means in order to sort out minutes... actually, wait, hang on. You've got a doctor. And indeed, I can ingratiate myself a little bit by solving this guy's trouble. Because he is badly irradiated, and I can sort that out with a dose of mysterious serum that I happen to have on me.
Hey.
Must fight. Mon Dieu.
Teddy, right, tell me about that guy so I can heal him and thus you like me.
Hey,
You another vulture circling over Andre's body? He ain't dead. Wait, no. It's a mainlander. Welcome to my little clinic. If you need doctoring, speak up. I wish I had time for some proper conversation, but my work's never done.
Yes, please do indeed sort out my insomnia, Doctor. Although first, I will sort out Andre in case you give me better prices.
Who's Andre?
Poor Andre is my patient over there. He spent too long a spell in the fog. You may think you know your mainland radiation poisoning, but we got our own special brand here.
Okay, well I'm just going to inject him with this mysterious serum that I don't even know what it is exactly. I just know that it comes from some terrifying horror that was dug out of the Middle East, but I'm sure it'll work out fine. So leave him alone, improvise a treatment, or use the mysterious serum. Let's do that. You inject the mysterious serum into Andre and his breathing rapidly stabilizes. He looks almost instantly better. Marvelous.
I'll keep looking after Andre, but I think thanks to you, he's got a fighting chance.
Excellent. Now, could you sort out my insomnia, please? There we are. Insomnia sorted out. Only flipping 15 caps for that. Very, very good indeed. Now, you guys have a cooking station here, right? We got a whole bunch of meat I can't use. One Mirelurk being boiled. I always did like that thing. Yeah, there must be a cooking station around here, surely. Or maybe they don't. They are really lacking in some basic resources here. They do interestingly have a power armor frame if I need to do some repairs, but... yeah, other than that, they're really missing some of the basics here. Fine, let's just quickly ask around, see if we can get hold of any little subquests. Because the only way you unlock settlements in this place is by doing subquests. Like, I know, for example, yeah, the crazy woman over here definitely gives me the farm on the north of the island if I do a few quests for her. So let's get her quest activated immediately. Hello, Cassie.
I watched the island tear down the greatest family that ever set foot in Far Harbor. It's a tale of greed, blood, and vengeance.
How about we just skip that and you get to the part where you tell me who needs to die, how many, and where. So, Blood Tide begins, and I need to kill some basic ghouls. That shouldn't be too difficult at all, so that's nice and easy. I've also started living on the edge to help out all the different citizens, as well as meeting Captain Avery. We'll get to her in a second. The Mariner, you're around here somewhere, and if you are... yeah, do you want me to... you're literally sitting inside a display case right now, I'm marvellous. Do you want me to help you in any way at the moment?
I don't suppose you'd be willing to lend a hand. In order to do proper repairs, I need tools. Specialized tools. And they won't be easy to come by. 450 caps if you can, though.
Works for me, absolutely. And I think I know where those are. Those are at the factory just beyond the old lumber mill on the far west of the island. Shouldn't be too difficult to get hold of if I'm heading in that direction. If I recall correctly, it's another case where it's just ghouls. So the first few quests for the town, not so bad at all. Also, is Nick Valentine just... did you just get out a hammer and start working on this town? Okay, fine. Nick, you do you. You do whatever you feel is most appropriate. Hello there, Avery.
You're here for Kumi, right? She headed inland to the synth refuge, Acadia. Getting there will be dangerous. You'll need a guide. Old Longfellow. No one knows the fog like him. But, word of warning, he's a bit of an acquired taste.
Also, are you going to tell me about the water pump by any chance? I swear you need your water pump worked on. You going to tell me about that now?
It's never easy to ask anyone on this island for help, much less a stranger. But I've got a responsibility to these people, and I have a job for you, if you're up for it. Besides, I know you're tougher than you look.
Here we go. Hopefully this is the water right here.
I'm happy to help with anything I can.
If you say so. We get our drinking water from a purifier not far outside of town. We had a bad storm not long before you got here, and it must have damaged the fog condensers that protect the road to the purifier. I sent Howard Dunbar out to fix them. He was out there when the Mirelurks hit us, and I'm afraid they might have got him, too. I was hoping you might go have a look. If the worst happened, maybe you could get those fog condensers back online. If you're up to it, just head south out of town. It's paying work, of course. I wouldn't ask a stranger to stick their neck out on our behalf, unless I was willing to pay a fair share for it.
You've got to like Avery. She's very, very nice indeed.
All right, I'll head out there now.
Good. Our water supply won't last much longer.
I'm not sure if actually doing that gets me access to water, because a big water purifier you can't go up to and drink from, so I'm not sure if that provides me with any additional water. I might need to wait till I've got old Longfellow's cabin and just build a water pump out that way in order to have reliable access to fresh water. But I did bring plenty along, so we've got enough for the moment at least. And before we go any further, let's just head into the last plank because I need a place to drop off some armor, equipment, and generally get myself well set up to head out into the world. Dropping a save would be nice here as well. And of course, don't forget the Islander's Almanac, very useful for just kind of filling out your map a little bit. So Far Harbor Sightseer's Guide, beautiful.
Some parents are worried about their runaway daughter. She went to Acadia, and I need to find her.
If someone's headed for Acadia, there's always a story. Yours worth dying over, huh?
And I will gladly risk it. Hopefully this will be a good enough speech check.
Yeah, I've done a whole lot more for a whole lot less.
If that's the way you choose to live, that's your affair.
Look, if that girl's in some kind of trouble, time could be running out. We need your help.
Christ almighty, you've seen better days, haven't you? Can't imagine living with a face like that. Suppose I'll have to help you out of pity. I can get you to Acadia. But you've got to listen to me. Go where I say, when I say it. Still won't be easy. You stock up on your necessities, Rad, X, and the like. And then the real work can begin.
Okay, that's fine. Let's just do some more preparations yet. So that's interesting. Normally you'd need to pass a speech check or bribe him with, I think it's a bottle of whiskey or something. BF Nick's here, you can just bypass that entirely. Very, very nice indeed. Alright, Mitch, I need myself a room, please. There we go. So now I've just got the quest to go to sleep. Okay, fine. If you absolutely insist, game. And anything I can help myself to around here? Nothing. Ooh. Is that a note? I don't think I read this last time I was here. Fine, but cats do not belong on top of chairs, tables, any place a paying customer would sit, period. Firmly, Mitch. Okay. Feels like there was some negotiation about whether or not they were allowed a cat. Very, very nice indeed. So, oh dear. Poor owners themselves presumably just sleep here, out in the hallway directly above the bar, and the only person that actually gets a properly closed room that's made up as a bedroom. But then I suppose I am paying, albeit literally only 10 caps, which feels very, very cheap indeed. So, close the door up here. This room is just large enough for me to step out of my power armor, which is good. Oh, and I didn't bring the terrible shotgun in the end. I traded it out for the crippling maximized plasma scattergun because the recoil on the terrible shotgun was just so ridiculously high. It felt like actually the DPS was significantly lowered by it because you couldn't fire it quickly in rapid succession. Whereas the crippling maximized plasma scattergun, you can, and it weighs also like 10 less. So it just felt like that would probably actually be a better bet. I want to keep that with me because it's very good at taking out Mirelurks. I can do without the enraging light lever action rifle for now. That's a very tactical weapon for when I'm going up against like a handful of tough enemies. I don't need that just yet. Oh, am I basically sacrificing that and now saying that that belongs to the dresser? Okay. No, I'd rather just have a... Oh, Valentine's... Oh, no. Now I'm flipping technically stealing, so Valentine decided he doesn't like this. Right, I need to find a proper settlement, otherwise I'm repeatedly annoying Valentine by stealing, even though I'm not stealing. In which case, shopping I'll have to wait, because I'm already at pretty much full bloody inventory, so... Yeah, none of this works particularly well. Longfellow, let's be on our way. We need to get you on side as quickly as possible. Now, if I recall correctly, the most dangerous thing on the route is actually right at the beginning. Because straight away, you run into just some random mad humans on the left. After that, it's not actually that bad. With my armor on, we should be okay as well. There we are, there's one trapper. Actually, these guys don't look that bad at all. In which case, I'm going to go over to something a little bit on the lighter side. Although, actually, you need to remember to be careful of these lads, because... Yeah, actually, you know what, it looks like I can take this shot. Actually, no, wait, hang on. Don't use this for taking a sniper shot at them. Go for silenced weaponry. Right, over there, you, my good man. No, just... And then there we are, you're dead. 3.8. One more scrounging heading in this way. And there's another one. There's something out there. I'm sure there is. Just be really careful, because some of these guys might have harpoon launchers, and those things flipping hurt. Right, now I could do with boosting some criticals. If I can get close enough to you. Yep, that's fine. 57 is okay. We'll just take a couple of coin flips against you. Lovely. And one more will do the job. Yep, perfect. So, that is my criticals nearly back up again. Watch out for the risk of a flipping harpoon launcher up there. In fact, you know what? Screw you. Critical. Lovely. And then watch out for him. Hope you choke in your own blood. Well, that's just a lovely threat to make against someone. Yeah, I don't know if that guy's guaranteed to have a harpoon launcher, but he certainly has a chance of it. So, and we've got, ooh, we've got a legendary scrounging trapper over there. Right, so we've got another legendary coming up. Hopefully you don't have anything good on you, because I don't have the ability to pick it up right now. I think that guy's, oh, that guy, I thought that guy was dead, but as it turns out, no. No, he's not. And I'm shooting it vaguely in the right direction, at least. One more critical to make sure you go down. Lovely, your head's exploded. And then we've got a, yeah, we got a legendary over there, who I can't see very clearly right now. Hopefully he's, yeah, I'm in caution, so he's focusing on Nick, not on me. Works for me. Oh yeah, actually, he was very, very flimsy. He was just a basic one who happened to be legendary. Well, that is absolutely fine. Maybe it's one of the others. Also, where is the... Oh, hello. Where's the other one? Oh, there's just a random fog ghoul here. Well, that's fine. How tough are you? Not tough at all. You're basically just a basic ghoul. And then one more. Lovely. Yep, nothing major. All right for now. Right, if I recall correctly, there's nothing really worth taking care of in here. But with a legendary, we have got ourselves Ghoul Slayer's Leather left. Depends. Oh, it's basic gear. I tell you what, I will occasionally be going up against ghouls. I'm going to keep it just because there's plenty of ghouls on this island. Nick, I need to give you some stuff actually. And just, no, hold still for a second. Nick, you just hold on to that enraging light lever action for a moment until we find somewhere to store it. Also, apparently you've got the kneecap with you. Good. I was wondering where that bloody went. And Reba, which could actually be theoretically a little bit useful. Though, to be honest, I'm not sure if Reba the Second's actually going to be better than an upgraded lever action rifle with Exterminator on it, given I now have that as well. So, yeah, you know what? You have that. You just have all the flipping lever action rifles for now. Because, yeah, that Exterminator's lever action rifle with basically nothing on it is already at 73 damage. Reba the Second is at 134, and that's like as kitted out as it can possibly be. So I suspect Reba the Second is actually going to be worse. So we'll see. Freed up some capacity at least, and can I do some cooking? No, but I can cook some of the other meat I've picked up already, just very, very quickly, just for the sake of clearing out a bit more weight and also having a bit more food. And poached angler, lovely. Ooh, plus 15 action points and everything. That works very nicely. Roasted Mirelurk meat. I might just level up from cooking. All these people I've been killing, and in the end, it is the cookery that gets to level up. Nope. No, we're fine. Good. Though we will level up very momentarily. So I love how we got the big speech from Longfair about how, oh, you mustn't fall behind. You're going to go at my pace. You're going to do what I say when I say it. And he actually just waits for you. He just waits for you as much as you want. It's brilliant. Now, be a bit careful here because I swear there might be more of them yet. Albeit only a few more. And I should also turn on the quest that Cassie gave me. And if I recall correctly, there's actually not too much more around this area that's dangerous. At this point, it's a fairly clean run up the road to Acadia. But if I turn, yeah, if I head this way, then I'm heading over towards the campground I want to get to, because I want to clear out the ghouls for, well, partly for Cassie, but actually, now I think about it, I swear I've got an old flipping Brotherhood quest to clear out. Possibly the same flipping building. Clear out the National Park Campground. Is that actually the same area I'm about to go into? Yep, National Park Campground. So both Cassie and the Brotherhood want this place cleared out. Well, that's fine. And one ghoul right there goes down. Right, be careful.
Guess we're not alone.
We are not alone, no. We've got basic roamers so far, though. That's nothing too bad. Let's just get the criticals up against them. What do we have? Oh, yeah, I see ya. I see all of you. Good. Your quest markers. That works for me. That means I know there's only 3 of you left. One of you right over there. In fact, actually, you know what? I've got 21 flipping grenades. Let's just bounce one around the corner. Lovely. Takes care of you. Don't know how bad you were, but you're dead now. One more round here inside the outside toilet area. And where are you? Oh, yeah, it's a basic fog ghoul. You're fine. Just literally squatting on the toilet. Lovely. One more. Possibly I'm overthinking this. I think this feels reasonably manageable. Make sure you're not... you're a Reaver, but Reavers go down in 1 to this gun with 3.8 damage. Lovely. Nice and simple. Rads seem reasonable for the moment, but then, of course, I am in armor right now. I can't really do this whole thing in armor because I don't have enough flipping fusion cores. I could go back and get more, by the way. It's going to be hard to get... Oh. Hello. Right, just random gulpers around here. Yeah, this is going to be a bit more dangerous. And then we've got... Ooh! We've got legendary gulpers over there. Oh, we've got legendary gulpers who actually seem a little bit on the tough side. Let's just toss a couple of grenades in, why don't we? There we go. Yeah, you just go down for a minute. Lovely. And you've regenerated, and then you are randomly skipping around, and that seems to have done a pretty good job. Let's just go for a couple of headshots against you, just to be safe. Yeah, you are... Okay. That's quite tough, actually. And then... Oh, hello. No, don't bite me. Don't bite me. Just shoot him in the tail a bit. Get your critical back. Finish him off. Lovely. That should be the end of you. Whew. Okay. So some of the gulpers can be a little bit on the tough side, even for me. Good. Relentless walking cane. No. You know what? I can do without that. I'm happy without a relentless walking cane. I think we're good. Thanks for your help with those gulpers, by the way, there. That was really bloody useful of you, old Longfellow. Also, yes, indeed, thanks to the reminder game, I do indeed need to level up. And I'm going to say the most sensible thing I can do right now is just max out Mr. Sandman for 50% more sneak attack damage. So actually, it's not 50%, it's 50 percentage points more sneak attack damage. So it's not quite as good as I originally thought it was, but it's still pretty darn good. So, Mr. Sandman, maxed out, lovely. Also, we've got one soft shell Mirelurk. I think that at least we can take care of. Yes, I think that's fine. There we go. So as it turns out, I may have been worried about the wrong thing. So far, the rads seem manageable. The greater concern seems to be... Oh, hello. What have we got here? Oh, just some basic fog ghouls. Well, that's nothing. Honestly, the bigger danger with ghouls isn't actually the damage they do. It's the fact that, yeah, if they kind of land a hit, they can infect you very, very easily. Ah, yes, of course, you run into one child of Atom here. That's fine. We can very briefly discuss personal philosophies and something. And with the nucleus added to the map from that little encounter, we should be passing up above the fog, up to Acadia itself momentarily. Yep, here we are. Lovely.
Acadia's already been watching us for a good spell. If you want to talk with them, just go inside. They'll be waiting for you. You need my help again, you come see me. Got a cabin just outside of Far Harbor. Good place to tool up your gear, get some rest, or get stinking drunk. Just make sure if you're bringing a bottle of something strong, there's enough to share.
And maybe later, Longfellow. For now, I'm travelling around with Nick Valentine, but I will certainly come and get set up at your little base momentarily.
Maybe later, Longfellow.
All right, but I'm serious about the offer. You ever want to hunt the forests and waters of the island together, I could think of worse things to do.
Walk in the park completed, and where you belong begins. Marvellous. You do get a lot of XP from Far Harbor, which is a very, very nice little thing. But let's leave him for now and instead head up inside and let Nick have his little reunion with his sort of brother, I guess. Now let's see what happens if the very first time you arrive, you've got Nick Valentine with you. So this should be interesting. Step forward, and what do we have?
You know, when I first climbed this mountain above the fog, I thought to myself, now here is a metaphor worth taking in. You've entered a place of clarity, understanding, peace. While you're here in Acadia, Synthkind welcomes you as long as you welcome us.
And are you two planning to notice each other by any chance? No, not yet. Alright, fine. Let's see if we can kick this off here.
What are you?
I told you. I'm the old synth on the mountain. I know the plastic skin and tubes out the back can be unsettling, but I want to ask you to look past that. Tell me why you're here, and I'll try to help you.
And indeed, I'm looking for Kasumi.
I came here looking for Kasumi Nakano.
Really? I'm impressed. Few would brave the kind of journey you've had for the sake of someone else. Kasumi is here. She's safe and unharmed, and you're free to see her if you'd like. Before you do, though, tell me, do you think Kasumi is a synth?
We're not answering any more questions until you play straight with us. Just who the hell are you, really? There's only one synth with that kind of face and a mind of his own, and I only see him when I look in a mirror.
Nick? It can't be you.
Don't give me that. What are you trying to pull? I've never seen you before in my life.
Please, if you're willing to give me a chance, I can explain.
Is this a joke? Do you really know, Nick?
Let me tell you what I know, and you can judge for yourself. We were prototypes, Nick. The first synths capable of independent thinking and judgment.
Keep talking.
One of the Institute's experiments had to do with how our brains could process personality. If we could handle individualized feelings and behaviors, I was allowed to develop mine based on experience. But with you, they wanted to try transferring an entire personality into you. It took several attempts before the personality imprint worked. I saw you wake up not knowing who or what you were so many times. I couldn't let them do it to you anymore. We were the only two prototypes they made. I literally saw myself in you. You were my brother, Nick. I helped you escape the Institute. We left together.
If I were your brother, I'd remember.
That's where you'd be wrong. This happened over a century ago. There's only so much memory that can fit into the prototype brains we have.
Ah, I've heard enough. I think you and I need to talk about this. Maybe not now, though.
Whenever you are ready, Nick.
We'll talk later. This is a lot to take in.
Nick, I don't need you to believe me. I'm just glad to see you again. Whenever you're ready, I'll be here. Now, about young Kasumi. It's important that you understand exactly why she's here. I asked you before if you think she's really a synth. If you could indulge me with an answer.
On a balance of probabilities, she's a synth based on the information that I know from my previous playthrough, but equally it doesn't actually matter. I treat them both the same. Actually, wait, no. Brotherhood playthrough, murdering the synth. Synth's bad.
Who or what she is isn't important.
But it is. It's everything. Imagine just looking at your own hands and having to wonder, was I born with these? Or were they manufactured? None of us take this transition lightly. She's facing the possibility of her entire life being a lie. That someone stripped her very identity from her and made her into something she isn't. I want you to understand that before you see her. She has a chance here to live as a synth, not hiding, not pretending to be something else. One more question, if you'll indulge me. You're here for Kasumi, but I suspect there could be another reason you came to us. Tell me, are you a synth?
Probably not. I don't know.
How would I even know?
I'm afraid if you're looking for some biological test we can do, there isn't any. None that aren't fatal. Instead, you have to look for the signs, holes in someone's memory, feelings of unexplained isolation, odd dreams. But ultimately, you have to decide for yourself. What do you believe? Have you ever questioned your humanity?
I personally actually quite like the theory that the sole survivor might actually be a replacement synth and the whole game is some form of experiment conducted by Sean. It's quite a nice theory. I do quite like it. So you know what, I'm going to say yes. Yes, I am a synth.
In the back of my mind, I've always suspected.
That's what I thought. If you don't mind, what's the first thing you can remember?
And apparently Valentine likes me thinking I'm a synth. Well, that's nice. And yeah, the day the bombs fell.
I remember being in my house the day the bombs fell. We ran to the vault. We were frozen. I was the only survivor.
No memories before then? just a single day and then waking up alone? We so easily accept what's presented to us as the truth, don't we? Isn't it funny how a memory can feel like a whole different reality? People, places, even sounds and colors can change. Or someone else has changed them. I won't lie to you. There will always be other explanations. Trauma, disease, the background radiation. They all take their toll on the mind. But I can promise you that we will accept you, no matter what you decide you are.
Well, that's very, very lovely indeed.
Thank you. You've given me a lot to think about.
I'm glad to hear it. Acadia is open to you. Feel free to walk the grounds. Introduce yourself to my co-founders, Faraday and Chase, and I'm sure you're eager to talk to Kasumi. She's usually working down below. Is there anything else you need from me?
And let's be upfront about this. I am actually a member of the Brotherhood. Yes, I'm going to play nice with them for now, so I decide exactly what it is I want to do. But I will admit I am a member of the Brotherhood, yes.
I'm in the Brotherhood of Steel. And we have plenty to say about synths. How dangerous they are.
We're not dangerous. Those who've used us, tried to replace humans with my kind. They're dangerous. All we want is to live in peace. On our own. See for yourself. Walk through Acadia. Talk to my people. We aren't a threat to anyone.
That is a very, very good answer right there. Yep, I'll give Acadia a chance for now. Let's play nice, because we need to keep Valentine on side.
All right. I'll reserve judgment for now.
Thank you. Now, was there anything else?
Valentine disliked that? What? Okay, you know what? Maybe we can get Valentine to like us by also going down the railroad conversation path, given they're more pro-synth.
I'm part of a group that helps synths. The railroad.
Really? I don't understand why a group dedicated to helping synths would convince them through fear that their only option is to hide.
And Valentine apparently didn't care about that one way or the other. Intriguing.
I should get going.
Of course.
Nick Valentine wants to have a word with me. Of course. What's going on, Nick?
Of course, Nick. What's up?
I wouldn't normally bother you with this sort of thing, but, well, I know I can trust you at this point. For as long as I can remember, I've been getting these, flashes. Memories of places I've never been. Things I've never seen. Memories of Nicks. They're not bad, they're just this inescapable reminder that I'm not the person I think I am. That I'm not a person at all. I'm just a machine, pretending to be human.
Oh, Nick, that's harsh. No, you're more than pretending. You're lovely.
You think, you feel. You're more than pretending, Nick.
Nice of you to say, but your kind don't usually have to deal with someone else's whole life trapped inside their skulls. There is this chunk of Nick Valentine history I've been hoping to put a bow on for a while now. I could use a hand if you're willing to take a crack at it.
Is this Eddie Winters? Come on, Eddie Winters.
Sure thing. What's the case?
Well, this one's straight out of the archives. Once upon a time, in the land of Boston, there lived a king of organized crime. Eddie Winter.
Nice.
He was a bad man who did a lot of bad things, hurt a lot of innocent people. But he knew the end was coming, so he sealed himself inside a personal shelter, located underneath a sub-shop he used as a headquarters.
And yes, indeed, I suppose possibly I might remember him from the news pre-war.
Eddie Winter was from my time. Real scumbag.
The story gets even more twisted. The arrogant bastard wanted to cheat death, live forever, so he could come out of that shelter someday into this brave new world. Sound familiar? Only Eddie didn't want to be a frozen banana. No cryo sleep for him, no. He invested his money in some sick, crazy radiation experiment.
And don't tell me he became the first ghoul.
Nick, you can't be saying what I think you're saying.
Oh, I'm saying it all right.
Eddie Winter went and turned himself into a ghoul 200 years before it was fashionable. Hell, he was probably the first one. And I'm convinced that he's still locked inside that shelter, safe and sound, ready to come out and begin his evil reign all over again. I'm gonna find him and kill him, so that never happens. You in?
Abso-flipping-lutely, though. Why exactly are we doing this? What's your interest in it?
I don't get it, Nick. Why kill Eddie Winter, even if he is still alive? This sounds like some kind of vendetta.
I've got memories of a girl. My girl. They're not really my memories, I know that. They're Nick's. But the girl, she was real. She was beautiful and innocent, and Winter killed her. Now he's got to pay the price. So, knowing that, you in?
We killed like 4 people just coming up this mountain, okay? Lots of people, but yes, fine, let's go and do it anyway.
Alright, Nick. Let's get the bad guy.
You're a good man. Now, I know where Winter's vault is, but the door is sealed with a complex numerical code. Lucky for us, Winter's arrogance knew no bounds. Back in the day, he recorded 10 holotapes, incriminating different criminal associates. On each one, he hit a single number. We find all of those holotapes, we get all the numbers. We get all the numbers, we get the code. And then we get Winter. I've been putting together a file on this one for a while now. There's a pair of holotapes in here worth listening to, including one of Winter's. I managed to snatch from the Cambridge police evidence lockup before getting swarmed by ferals. My gut tells me the Boston police evidence terminals are the key to cracking this one. It's probably worth paying a visit to any of the departments you might have stumbled across.
Alright, there we are. Finally we managed to begin the flipping Eddie Winters business. And we've already got half of the tapes, in fact. Lovely. Now, I'm not sure whether they will show up on the map immediately. We can presumably, actually, we can check if they... Yes, indeed. Oh, no, that's report to Knight Reese. That's turning that report to Cassie. Nothing showing in the Commonwealth. Okay, we'll need to check when we go back to the Commonwealth next whether we actually can solve this case immediately or not, by virtue of the fact that, yeah, various quest markers will appear. Potentially they won't. If not, that could be a little bit on the tricky side, but we'll have to see. And while we got one of the Eddie Winters tapes, we also got the note, "Welcome home." Let's just quickly listen to that.
Detective Valentine, Captain Widmark here. I'd just like to reiterate how excited we here at the Boston Police Department are that you'll be joining our investigation. Commissioner Turner has already regaled me with the tales of your adventures in Chicago. As you know, Edward L. Eddie Winter has been a pox on this beautiful city for nearly 2 decades. Extortion, murder, racketeering, kidnapping, name a crime he's committed. The epitome of a cold-blooded, brilliant, slippery crime boss. Fortunately for us, over the years, Winter has also developed that most self-destructive of character traits, supreme arrogance. Starting a little over a year ago, Winter stopped coding his correspondences and began communicating entirely via unencrypted holotape. Each one addressed to the subject in question and very clearly signed off by Winter himself. He's obviously mocking the authorities. He knows we're monitoring his communications. He doesn't care. Winter thinks he's untouchable. He's wrong. This is when the game changes. Those holotapes are the key to building a case against Eddie Winter, and they're what this task force will focus on. His crimes, his words, total self-incrimination. Get those holotapes, and we get Winter.
And there we are, of course, the beginning of Operation Winter's End, but we already know from some of the tapes we've seen, didn't exactly go well. I'll get back to you guys, okay? I will come and see you shortly. In fact, conveniently enough, as it turns out, all of these mattresses are not marked as owned, so I can actually get a bit of rest here very bloody conveniently. And also pick up another almanac right here. 10% less damage from radiation-based attacks. Well, on occasion it might be a little bit useful, sure. There we are, fed and watered appropriately as well. You know what, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it a part there. We've actually done what I thought was going to take the entire DLC, which is we've got Nick Valentine up to the stage where he is now willing to talk to us about Eddie Winter, which is nice. I don't necessarily intend we're going to do all of Far Harbor in one go. At some point... Oh, is that a proper bed over there? That's a proper bed. That's way better than a mattress. Yes, indeed. Now that we've got that, at some point during Far Harbor, I might nip back to the Commonwealth and take care of Nick Valentine's business there, because... well, let's just say potentially things aren't going to end well for these synths of Acadia, because this is a Brotherhood run after all, so making sure we've got all of Nick's business out of the way and done his fun little quest might be nice, because once we've done that, then we can probably show our real hand and just how much we happen to believe in the Brotherhood. Yes, indeed. So next time we will do what we need to do in Acadia. We will head back down to Far Harbor, and I will get the first of my bases set up at Longfellow's cabin, where I've actually got access to food, water, a bed, all the rest of it. Very, very good indeed. And we'll start slowly expanding across the island. We'll need to set up some bases as soon as possible. Cassie can give me the farm in the north at some point in the not too distant future, although I believe it's a little bit longer until we actually get hold of the lumber mill on the west of the island. I think that's actually a fair way off, because that's towards the end. Once you've done like a few rounds of helping out Far Harbor, only once you've helped out quite a few people do you get the option to go and reclaim that territory as well. So, all of that's to come, ladies and gentlemen. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been the beginning of Far Harbor. Looks like some of these animals might be, yeah, more than a little bit tough indeed, so we shall see. Thank you very much, and goodbye. What the hell? Alright, we've now got a Scottish zombie travelling with us. Oh, he's actually quite good now. And he's got over his drinking problem, which is... oh, he eats human flesh. He's got some decent carrying capacity. Okay, fine, he eats people, but come on, let's not be flipping judgmental about this.